Say you paid $8,000 for one bottle. You put it in your cellar and did nothing. You didn't polish it. You didn't age it by hand. You just waited. A year later, a stranger offers you $22,000 for the very same bottle. $14,000 in profit. For doing absolutely nothing. Most people think that is a story about wine. It is not. It is the exact reason you cannot afford a house. Let me get our words straight first, because I treat houses like fine wine, and I take it far too seriously. A bottle is a home. Your grapes are your money, what you earn and what you spend. Your cellar is everything you own, your whole collection. And the terroir is the location. Terroir is a fancy word for the dirt the grapes grow in. Same wine, better dirt, higher price. Same house, better neighborhood, higher price. Now here is the part most people miss. A house is not expensive because of the house. The walls are just walls. The price is about something else entirely. It is scarcity, meeting demand, in a closed room. Exactly like that bottle. In 1982, one famous region made a legendary vintage. Vintage just means the year the grapes were picked. A great year makes a famous bottle. Here is the catch. No one will ever make 1982 again. That year is closed. Done. Finished. Sealed in history with a little wax cap. So if you want that exact bottle, you cannot order a fresh one. You have to pry it away from someone who already owns it. And to do that, you have to outbid every other collector who wants it too. The price has nothing to do with what the wine cost to make. The price is just this. How many people want it, divided by how many bottles exist. If that sounds romantic, it isn't. It's a knife fight in a tuxedo. Houses work the same way, with one twist. Their scarcity is about terroir. Location. There are a lot of homes in this country. Sounds like plenty, but almost everyone wants to live in the same small handful of neighborhoods. The ones with jobs, good weather, good schools, good wine, ideally. So in those few neighborhoods, you get far more collectors than bottles. And when the collectors outnumber the bottles, the price climbs. Every single time. But with wine, you can always wait for next year's vintage. With a house, you cannot. Nobody is building a brand new version of the good neighborhood. They built it once. That is it. You cannot pour a second San Francisco. Believe me, people have tried. It is called Austin. Here is where it gets strange. Sit up. This is the part that breaks people's brains. Once a bottle is known to be valuable, the rising price itself becomes the marketing. Picture a sleepy little town. Quiet, cheap bottles. Then word gets out that the town is the next big thing. Collectors fly in, they buy, prices lift, and the rising price makes the headlines, which brings in more collectors, who buy more, which lifts the price again. Nobody is buying the town anymore. They are buying the momentum. They are paying today because they are certain it will cost more tomorrow. So the price went up because people expected it to go up. Which made them buy? Which made it go up? It is a snake eating its own tail. A very expensive, very smug snake who summers in the Hamptons. Now the serious collectors arrive. Investors. People who do not want to live in the bottle. They want to own the scarcity itself. One investor buys 5 bottles. Then 50. Then 500. They are not drinking any of it. They are hoarding it. And every bottle locked away in a private cellar is a bottle you will never get the chance to buy. So the shelves look empty. But the wine exists. It is just sitting in someone's vault, quietly waiting to be worth more next year. Somewhere right now, a man who owns 200 homes he has never once slept in is telling a dinner party that he is deeply passionate about real estate. So far this looks wonderful. If you own bottles, you are rich, and getting richer in your sleep. But here is the trap. Let me say it plainly. The scarcity is not real. We know how to build houses. We have the workers. We have the wood. We could make more bottles tomorrow. We simply choose not to, because one held bottle that doubles in value earns more than 10 bottles sold quickly and fairly. And that makes it a corked deal for whoever buys in late. Corked means a bottle that has quietly gone bad. It looks perfect from the outside and it is ruined on the inside, and you only find out after you have paid. The buyer today pays triple for the same walls the buyer a decade ago got cheap. Same foundation, same dirt. They are not paying for a house. They are paying for everyone else's old decision to hold. The system is beautiful if you already own a bottle. It is a locked door if you do not. And it does not last. It never does. Eventually the new collectors give up. They simply cannot pay anymore. Demand dries out. The investors look around their vaults and realize they are holding hundreds of bottles that no one can afford to buy. So they sell, all at once. The shelves flood, and a price that took 15 years to climb can fall in about 15 months. The frenzy ends. The bottle that was worth $22,000 is suddenly worth $12,000. The people who bought at the very top lose. The people who were locked out are still locked out. The only winners are the ones who bought early and sold before the cork popped. This has played out in real cities, over and over. The names on the label change. The pattern never does. This is not advice. Please do not sue the sommelier. But if I were a novice collector staring at all this madness, I would scribble a few things on a napkin. 1. You are not buying a house. You are buying a bottle that other people have agreed is scarce. Always know the difference. 2. Terroir is everything. A fine bottle sitting in bad dirt is still a poor buy. The location outlives the hype. 3. Never pay for momentum. If the only reason a bottle is worth it is that it went up last year, that is not value. That is a dare. 4. Only buy the bottle you can actually afford to hold. The collector who can calmly wait out a crash is the one who wins. The one who overpaid and panicked is the one who pours it down the drain. If this made the housing market make sense for the first time, do the polite thing and subscribe. A fresh bottle gets uncorked here every week. And if you are trying to buy your first home without overpaying for someone else's hype, I run a free webinar every week, built just for first-time buyers. No pressure, no jargon, just a sommelier who happens to sell houses. The link is waiting below. Now go check on your cellar. And remember, let it breathe.